What's going on? It's your big brother Trend Genius. You tuned in again to another exclusive video. Today is still June 17th, Tuesday, 2025. And I'm pretty sure some of y'all been hearing about this, but I know a lot of y'all that watch my content, y'all don't really care for this. But then again, there are some people out there that's very watchful and y'all listen to what's going on in the world. So I'm talking to both audiences right now. And mainly right now, I want to talk to my religious audience, okay? So if you're a really good Bible scholar, okay, if you know your Bible left and right, all right, from left to right, if you know the Bible, it's your time to shine, okay? I need you to comment below on everything that I say, because I'm not going to say what I really want to say. I'm going to say things indirectly because I can't say what I want to say on this topic because I don't want to offend nobody that I'm talking to, okay? I don't want to offend no party, all right? I'm just a speaker, okay? But if you're a Bible scholar, I want you to comment below scriptures that align up with these end time prophecies that we are seeing right now, right before our eyes, okay? So I'm going to speak on Israel. I'm going to speak on Iran. I'm going to speak on the United States of America and what's going on right now with this conflict between Iran and Israel and how we here in America play a major role in this end time prophecy that we are seeing unfold right before our eyes as we speak. Okay, so let's get down into this, folks. Don't forget to subscribe after this video is over with. If you don't know, there is a war going on in the Middle East. There's always been wars going on in the Middle East. And once upon a time, it was war with Iraq. It was only a matter of time before it would be a war with Iran. Okay, y'all remember when we moved into Iraq after they supposedly knocked down the Twin Towers or whatever the case may be? Some people say that it wasn't the Iraq people, that the terrorists that planned the 9/11 plane attacks. I gotta get my words together. But some people say it wasn't them. Some people say it was an inside job. Some people say it was our own country. I don't really know who it was, okay? But all I know is that it started up something that changed the whole entire world, okay? Life is not how it was now ever since 9/11. Before 9/11, it was like a totally different world we lived in. After 9/11, after 9/11, from that point on, it's like the world just changed and just became something that we live in today, known as the end times, okay? Safe to say, folks, we are in the end times, okay? It could be the ending of and the start of a new beginning, the ending of the old and the starting of a new beginning. Some people say it like that. Some people literally think that Jesus Christ himself is going to return on a white cloud. Some people believe that the rapture is going to happen before this war breaks out. Or will it be a war that's going to break out between Iran, Israel, United States of America, Russia, Ukraine? We got all these wars going on right now, folks. China, they got submarines placed in the ocean off of different coastlines and stuff like that. It's like a big stage is being set for this big war that's about to happen, called World War III. And that's what we don't want to happen. But like I told y'all, if you've been subscribed to my channel, like I told y'all videos and videos before this video, I told y'all something is brewing up, y'all. I kept saying something is brewing up. I don't know what it is, but something is coming. And lo and behold, look what we have. We have a war going on in the Middle East between Iran and Israel. They over there, like, can you imagine right now in your crib, missiles flying over your house, hitting places that's a little bit distant from you? It could potentially hit your house or your apartment. That's how they is over there in Israel and Iran. Like, you got missiles going back and forth between both cities, and they just randomly hitting spots that nobody even know they're going to hit, that have regular people like you and me that stay there. This is what's going on in the Middle East right now. And so the thing is that supposedly Israel has nuclear weapons, or they are on the verge of acquiring a nuclear weapon. I think that they got to get the right ingredients for it or something. Like they close to reaching the perfect recipe to create a nuclear weapon. And the United States has, a geographic understanding of where the base is, that they're holding this nuclear bomb or these nuclear supplies there. They got it mapped out with the satellite. They know exactly where it's at. Donald Trump said that he knows exactly where the leader of Iran is hiding at. Like, they know everything. But see, the thing about United States and what Donald Trump is saying, for those of you who don't like Donald Trump, I understand you don't like the orange man, but hey, he's the president. Hate him or love him, you still got to listen to what he's saying, because what he's saying could mean war for us, United States of America, or we can continue in this so-called peace that we having right now, which ain't really 100% peace. But we trying to act like it's still normal, but it's not normal. Something is brewing up. And, Donald Trump is like, I don't want to get involved with this. Donald Trump is just being humble about it. Dude is like, I don't want to get involved with y'all, Israel. Israel and them like, hey, man, can you please help us, man, defend our territory from these rockets and stuff. And Trump like, I'll send some of my carriers over there to help y'all deflect some of these rockets and stuff like that. But I'm not trying to get involved with this. We Americans can't afford no war. And y'all know we can't afford no war. Look at the state of the economy where we at right now. Look at the division of the country right now. We got a war in our own country with ISIS trying to get people out of the country. We can't even get a grip on our own society. What makes you think we got the time and we have the tenacity to go to war with these people right now, and we in this broken state right now? We can't afford to do it, folks. You gotta think, you gotta be smart, you gotta think logical, ladies, about this stuff. Okay, ladies, you gotta think logical about this stuff, fellas. Like, the borders were open the last 4 years that the last administration had office, right? The borders were wide open. They already in here. Whoever came across that border illegally, which is why ICE is trying to get them out, because some of them are coming here illegally and they don't want to get on with the program and, become a certified citizen like some people. Some people just want to just go under the radar. They don't want to go sign up and get them identification, none of that stuff. Those are the ones that ISIS are targeting. You know what I mean? So they can get out because they don't want to, it's like going to a different country, but you don't want to get a visa. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want to sign up for nothing. You just want to come in the country and just be there and not let anybody know why you're there on a business trip or as you're a tour guide or whatever. That's what they don't want to do. So ICE is trying to get rid of them. But besides those type of people, besides those immigrants that came over here that don't want to get signed up and become an American citizen, who else came through behind them? That's the problem. Okay, I don't know if y'all remember, but when around the time when they said those drones and those anomalies and stuff was in the air, you remember that they said that they was looking for some type of nuclear device that was missing off of a cargo ship? Y'all remember that? Some of y'all don't remember. Y'all ain't subscribed to me. Make sure you subscribe so you can keep up with the videos and the stuff that I'm talking. But anyway, the news that got out was that a nuclear device was stolen off of some type of cargo ship or some type of, whatever it is, truck or some type of cargo. It was stolen. And right when we heard that information was when we seen these weird, strange UFOs in the sky and stuff like that. If you ask me, those were supernatural beings, or those were higher technological devices that they have that we don't know about, that are able to scan areas and be able to detect and find this nuclear radiational device that was so-called stolen. Okay. Now, mind you, that happened after the borders was open. So whoever came over here through the borders must have got their hands on some type of nuclear device that was probably shipped from another country. It could have been Iran. I don't know. I'm just saying. The borders was open. We don't know who's in our country. It could be sleeper cells in our country. Anybody could be in our country just waiting to get orders to go ahead and do whatever they got to do in any type of, at any event, at any major populated, heavily populated area. That's why y'all got to be careful when y'all out right now. We living in some dangerous time for those of you who don't watch the news. Okay, I watch the news. I keep track of all the news outlets. I keep track of all the news that you don't even hear about. Okay, I'm very informative about stuff that I research. Okay, so fast forward. Trump doesn't want to do anything because, like I said, he's smart. We can't afford to. We don't have enough money to. We got the firepower. We got the best military in the world, but we don't want to worry about no. We don't want to create drama when we already dealing with drama. Am I right or am I wrong, folks? Right. So give Trump some credit, even though you don't gotta like him. Okay. Now, the situation with Iran and Israel, y'all know that got started because, Hezbollah or Hamas came across the border and went and slaughtered all these Jews in Israel unexpectedly, intentionally, right? Because they got religious beliefs, religious differences and stuff like that. Iran and Hezbollah and Hamas and all, they radicalized. You feel me? Whatever that's supposed to mean. That means they really believe in what they believe in, and they don't care. They don't want anybody else to believe in what they believe in, and they are willing to unalive people that don't believe in what they believe in. Israel, on the other hand, I know y'all gonna like this. Israel is supposed to be the headquarters. All right. Israel is also mentioned in the scripture Bible, people. Write them scriptures below. All right. For those of you who don't know, Israel is actually the headquarters of the United States, if you ask me. Okay. It's the headquarters. Israel really running the show. Okay. Those Jews, those Jews over there, they run every major corporation, every major company here in the USA. If you can think of any major corporation right now off the top of your head, it trickles back down. They own it. Those Jews own it. Okay? Which is very weird because it's like, why do they need our help to support them in this war? Aren't they the head honchos? Don't they run all of the corporations? Don't they run all of the major companies and stuff like that? Like, don't they got all the money? I mean, you would think, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping. But anyway, Iran is really standing up for what they believe in. All right. And Israel is standing up for what they believe in. Israel is not backing down. You know what I mean? They throwing bombs back as soon as they come back to them. As soon as they put bombs to them, they put bombs back after them. It's back and forth. It's been going on for the past 5 days, folks. Going on 6 days now. Back and forth bumps. Now, the reason why they keep bumming each other is not because they fighting for religious beliefs, but like I said, Israel can't stand Iran. They've been having Israel feels like Iran is a disease in that hemisphere of the world. Like it feels like they're like a tick that they need to be removed. Like that's how Israel see Iran. They can't stand each other, y'all. Okay, and so what they trying to do is they trying to reach a deal. They trying to reach a deal. Okay, they trying to get Iran to come to this big table, the world table. Listen to what I'm saying now, indirectly talking to y'all. They want Iran. Listen, I know what's going on. The question is, do you? They want Iran to come to the table to talk. Okay? Iran is like, I don't want to come to the table and talk. I'm going to stand up for what I believe in. Y'all are not going to convince me to not do what I want to do. Now, the thing is, it's said to be believed that Iran has nuclear weapons under their mountains. Do we know that? We don't know that, but that's just what the news say. Is the news always truthful? Not really. It's mostly fake news. It's a lot of stuff going on out there in the Middle East we don't know about. A lot of inside stuff, a lot of under the cover, deep cover stuff we don't know about. And I think it's a lot more to do with some damn nuclear weapons, if you ask me. Okay, I don't even think Iran has enough money to even have nuclear weapons. They don't have anything. They don't even got enough air power to cover the atmosphere if they want to do a fight with jets and stuff. They don't even have that type of artillery. But do they have a weapon though? That's the question. Do they have weapons of mass destruction? Could they weapon of mass destruction already be in the U.S.? Now, this is why the U.S. don't want to get involved. Because if we get involved, listen, you ought to be scared of somebody who is saying they're not going to come to the table and do a deal with y'all. If it's like 3-4 countries against this one country, this little small country, you better be scared, because they basically said, we know something that y'all don't know. We got something that y'all don't know we got. So, we don't have to come to the table. We got y'all. We're going to get y'all. And that's scary. That's scary, okay? Now, why does United States and Israel want Iran to come to the table? Because like I said, supposedly they got nuclear weapons. But honestly, I think it's a little bit more bigger than that. I think this one world thing is a little bit more bigger than that. I think it's a lot more bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? And so somebody said today in a tweet, or I think it was Trump said in a tweet, hey man, you don't want to end up like Saddam Hussein. He was talking to the leader of Iran or whatever. And he said, I'm not trying to take it there, but time is getting very short and my tolerance is getting very low. This is the words of Trump. Now, Trump is not trying to start a war, but he's trying to make a deal. Is Trump doing the right thing by trying to get this country to come to the table with Israel to make a deal? Is Israel doing the right thing by standing up for the Jews and what they believe in? Because I know a lot of y'all out there don't believe in Israel, don't believe that Israel are who they really say they are. A lot of y'all don't like the United States president. Y'all don't like Trump because y'all don't believe he is who he say he is. A lot of people think that Trump is a crook. I don't know. You tell me, okay? But I know if anybody makes the wrong move in this situation between Iran and Israel, it could start World War III, okay? Because you got to understand, each country has allies, and those allies must step up and help their partners, okay? The country must step up to help their partner, or their affiliate country that they are connected with. Just like how we helping Israel out, even though it's not our war, but we gotta stand there, we gotta send them supplies, we gotta send them weapons, because that's our partner. Okay? So if Iran don't come to the table, folks, we will end up going to war again. And it's not going to end there. Because like I said, if they're not coming to the table, folks, you can best believe that there is something going to happen in this country that I wish that wouldn't happen. But there's going to be something that's going to happen, and it's going to be worse than 9/11. Not going to be no airplanes crashing into no building. It's going to be a lot worse. But the question is, since this is the end times, and this could very much be a prophecy that is brewing up, will believers still be here before this breaks out? Are we on the brink of the great tribulation? That's the question I want to ask you. Okay, does this feel like we're about to go into tribal times? Is it about to get very serious? Is this going to be World War III? And the question is, will we be here to witness it? Or do you think it's not going to happen at all? Do you think it's going to be peace? Do you think Iran will come to the table with Israel and the United States and make a deal and get rid of their nuclear weapons? I don't know. I'm asking you. Make sure you comment below and let me know your thoughts on this whole idea. Okay, this whole conflict that's going on between Iran, Israel, and the U.S., Hezbollah, and all that stuff. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you know that we are living in end times and that this is a prophecy that we're seeing unfold right before our eyes. Don't forget to subscribe, man. It's your big brother, Trennis Henderson. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you can be notified every time I upload new videos like this every single day. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace and blessings.